I'm Mike DeLuca. Welcome to this rare in-the-trenches look at the craft of screenwriting. Today I'm sitting here with the writing team of LOWELL GANZ and BABALOO MANDEL. Together these two have penned 18 produced screenplays, including everything from Gone with the Wind to Battleship Potemkin. No, I'm kidding. From everything from Night Shift, Splash, City Slickers, A League of Their Own, Edtv,
Parenthood.
Forget Paris, Parenthood, and thank you, and
A League of Their Own, City Slickers,
and Fever Pitch.
and Schindler.
And Schindler's List. Welcome, Lowell and Babaloo. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Did you guys write any features before Night Shift? Either unproduced or produced? Was that the first feature script?
That was, yeah, that was our first feature.
And what sparked the shift from TV to features?
Well, you didn't really have to. You were waiting to write features. You really had no interest in your TV career.
Yeah, then I got married and my wife said, "You're going to work."
But that's how you got into TV.
That's how I got into TV. So,
Yeah.
but TV was great because TV was like my writing college because it's immediate and it's quick and there's volume and you definitely learn. That's where you learn.
Yeah, I mean, you just do a tremendous amount of writing, you know, and I mean, for me, I think it was as much a personal decision as a creative or artistic position. We both started to have, you know, young families, young kids, and we were in the sitcom business, which is, you know, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, or 4 nights a week, depending on how things are going. I was actually working on Happy Days, and we were the audience had left after the Friday night shoot, and we were doing pickups, and it was late, and Ron Howard came up to me and said, just like this, he said, "I'm going to direct movies. Are you going to write movies?" And I just said, sort of instinctively, I said, "If you'll direct them, I'll write them."
Oh, that's great.
And then about a year went by, and he left the show, and he called and he said, "You know, I wasn't kidding."
What are the benefits of writing in a partnership, would you say? And are there any drawbacks?
No, it's just there's good energy, there's good spontaneity, there's just riffs, there's good because we write out loud. You know, the writing, the actual writing part. We've written it before and then just putting it on paper, so it's really spitting. It's just
the main asset is he's very good. That's actually the biggest. But besides the writing, there's also just sort of the psychic benefits. You go to a lot of meetings, and sometimes they're peculiar, is the best way of putting it. And you can come home and try to tell your wife.
But she wasn't there.
But she wasn't actually there. There's something about having somebody who was there with you going and saying, was it me?
Was it me?
or was it the meeting? You know, and
Right.
That's, so actually additionally to the writing, I find that like just immensely comforting.
How does the partnership work when you're actually writing a spec? Can you walk us through kind of the process, you know, using whatever example you want to use, City Slickers maybe, or whatever?
Well, we never write a spec. We always, I mean, it just.
Oh, it's always.
We always make a deal.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then write. I don't say that in any
Sure.
boastful. It's just how we prefer to do it. I think it's our TV training. We want to know that somebody is waiting for that material.
Oh, so
somebody has bought it, and we're responsible
Somebody's
for finishing
not only waiting,
it.
it wants it. We'll shepherd it. We'll do something. We'll push us.
So
We can't change our minds in the middle and decide we don't want to do this.
So nothing's ever been written on spec for you guys?
No.
Ever?
Never. No.
Someone else has a story credit on League of Their Own. Does that happen a lot with you guys in terms of, do studios come with ideas or source material that you take on and then kind of make your own?
Studios or producers or directors or actors come with us with notions sometimes, you know, and we will, go back to our office, generally just not do that, but when we do, it's because we will come back and say, if we were going to do this movie, this is how we would do it. Is that appealing?
Right.
And if they say yes, we, you know, either they're so big the deal's already set up, or we then start to shop it around, you know, and try to get it set up somewhere.
So you're open to good ideas, whether they're your own or...
And basically, who are we in this journey?
Right.
Well, what's our part? Well, who are our eyes?
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, we prefer somebody bringing us a notion, because we're not salesmen.
Right.
We like the idea that somebody besides us is interested in this and will, you know, and will lead the blocking. Mm-hmm. We don't really want to convince the industry to make the movie that we've. It's not a pleasant process.
Right. Do you guys have rules for things like pacing and structure and dialogue, or is it again all part of that process of just kind of verbalizing stuff back and forth?
Our first drafts, the first act, the premise, the introductory act is always much longer than anybody else's.
Cattle drive, when do they get to the cattle drive? I mean, you want to know their life.
We never rush into the premise. And sometimes even it has stayed on the screen. It's not just an exercise, well, now cut it in half. People read it at first, they go, this many minutes till the mermaid appears in the movie, this many minutes till the guys go on the cattle drive, this many minutes till, whatever it is. And they're shocked at first, but
the smart, here's where we're kind of clever. That first scene, the intro, we put in the Little Mermaid. She's coming, folks. Be patient.
Yeah, but we did it specifically because we knew that the mermaid doesn't actually appear in the movie for 30, 40 minutes. So he went, wait a minute, we better let the audience know they haven't wandered into the wrong theater.
Plus, you got double whammy out of that because that's another great example of setup and payoff.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then running
set the tone for
from the bulls. Oh, okay, there's fun. There will be fun.
Yes, because we weren't going to put them on a cattle drive for so long. You said, throw them, give the audience a present, give them a big, funny.
And there are
scene
animals.
And say, okay, now relax. We'll we can be funny. Okay, we'll get you there.
So you don't embellish things like writing descriptive action or that kind of stuff. You more
very little,
right? Dialogue.
Yeah, we always try to really that our characters really have a life. They're not saying things because the script needs them to say something so that it can move on to the next line or the next piece of information.
Which when we read spec scripts, that is the key of
that's probably the biggest failing you read is you'll just say to a young, why is this character saying this?
I know it has to get you to the next scene, but why
is he saying it? Why does he want to say it?
It goes back to Jack Klugman.
Yes.
What does he want?
So we don't always succeed. No one does, but we're always really trying to have everything come out of a very specific, personal place. Specific, honest, and emotional. And rarely, but every once in a while, you hit all three.
I find that a lot of people who are writing now, they're writing from life off the screen as opposed to
It's already been interpreted by another writer.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of going actually.
Look around.
Yeah.
What's the most irritating habit of either of yours that gets on each other's nerves, or do we?
Mm-hmm. Listen,
Nothing.
we've been blessed in life with 2 good marriages,
Right. That's wonderful.
Yeah. There's I got 31 years out there and 25 over here.
The office, yeah.
So
I always say every writing team breaks up for different reasons, but at the bottom line, I always say when I listen to their stories, it's he didn't fully appreciate how brilliant everything I was saying was.
Right.
And I don't know, we've just always, maybe because we got it beat out of us in TV, I don't know, but we've never felt insulted by the fact that something we said didn't get in the script. That we pitched something one to the other.
No, we know it's a long process.
And we kept going.
It's constant work.
So there's never this kind of, you don't think that's funny?
No friction, in other words.
We've never, you just move on, come up and do something else.
What's your favorite script that you've written? I know it's like asking what your favorite child is of your children, but.
Of ours or just in general?
Of yours.
Of ours.
Parenthood, it was very personal.
Right.
Everybody, Babaloo and I and Ron and Brian Gray's the producer, we were all.
We were living it.
Yeah, we were stealing from our lives in a.
You feel that when you watch it, it's just so wonderfully authentic and emotional and funny.
That's great, because your kids go, was that us? Was that you? No, it's Lowell's doing it. No, that's you. All right.
Yeah. And my son's wife now talk about the movie. It turned to Scott, my son, said, is that what you were like? Something. And so that movie just meant a lot to all of us.